Good day everyone, I'm Rachel and I'm Kanimuli. We are from SMK Jalan 4 presenting our research project using essential oil of Plectranthus amboinicus as an effective insect repellent. We use ants as our key pests to conduct this research project.
Plectranthus amboinicus was found to contain 53% monoterpene hydrocarbons and the other 45% constituents of oxygenated monoterpenes, sesquiterpenes, and oxygenated sesquiterpenes. Plectranthus amboinicus, commonly known as Indian borage, has been reported to have insecticidal activity against various insects. In this study, the insecticidal properties derived from Plectranthus amboinicus essential oil were investigated against rover ants, which is Brachymermex patagonicus, and the results showed that Plectranthus amboinicus essential oil has properties against the target species and thus has potential as an alternative green control agent.
Our main objectives of this project is to extract essential oil from Plectranthus amboinicus and to explore the potential of the essential oil of Plectranthus amboinicus as an insect repellent. Next, for the methodology, we have three parts. The first part is about plant collection. Firstly, we collected fresh Mexican mint leaves and washed it. Then, dried it under a fan at ambient temperature for 2 weeks. Then, we grounded the leaves into powder using a mortar. For the second part, which is oil extraction using hydrodistillation extraction method. Firstly, we measured 200 gram of Mexican mint powder and added together with 2000 milliliter of water in the boiling flask. Then we set up other equipment together and double check all the ground glass connections to make sure there is a good seal and that joints are lubricated. Later, we turn on the heating mantle and let the boiling flask boil. After 15 minutes, the water in boiling flask gradually began to boil. Steam appeared and started to condense into the distillation tube. Then, we check the temperature of the water draining out of the condenser outlet tube into the sink. If the water is warm, we gradually increase the flow rate of the cold water until the outlet water is cool. We then watched the liquid continue to collect in the receiver as we saw an oil layer begin to form. For the first 2 hours, we collected 1.4 ml of oil. Then the next 2 hours, we collected 0.3 ml of oil. Then for the last 2 hours, we collected 0.1 ml of oil. In total, we collected 1.8 ml. Then we turn off the heating mantle and let the entire setup cool down for 30 to 40 minutes. Finally, the essential oil was separated from the water using the separating funnel. As for the last part, which is insect repellent test, firstly, we diluted the essential oil using ethanol for a 10% of essential oil test solution. The test solution was dropped onto a piece of filter paper stripes and was left to dry for 30 minutes. Then we placed the filter paper into a petri dish containing 1 gram of sucrose, and a similar petri dish was prepared with a sucrose, but a piece of plain filter paper was used instead of filter paper with essential oil. Then lastly, we placed 10 ants in each petri dish and cover using a petri dish cover. We observe their movement for an hour and record the result.
As for the experiment and result conclusion, we can say that Plectranthus amboinicus essential oil acts as an ant repellent. We found that ants from the petri dish with the Plectranthus amboinicus essential oil tend to move away from the sucrose due to the strong, pungent smell of the essential oil, while the ants in the petri dish without Plectranthus amboinicus essential oil move freely towards, around, and on the sucrose and the filter paper. Therefore, we can conclude that Plectranthus amboinicus essential oil is the best ant repellent.
Through the experiment and analysis conducted, we can conclude that essential oil of Plectranthus amboinicus can be a herbal repellent for ants. Furthermore, it helps to maintain the quality and nutritional value of the food. Compared to the conventional pest control methods, which involve the use of chemical insecticides, our product is more reliable since it uses herbal base. So we hope that this research can enhance our findings about pesticides product.
We are planning to explore more about the benefits of the major element of this project, which is Plectranthus amboinicus. Besides that, we are also planning to do some studies based on ants that causes complications. Furthermore, we are planning to improvise on this research project by creating an ant repellent product and selling it on the market.
We hope that this project will largely beneficial in keeping your house ant free. Thank you for your attention.